Open data release has to deliver broad and concrete improvements for the government and the community to be worthwhile. We can't do this just so developers can make cool toys. And if you actually look at the judging criteria for this competition, it actually uses the term mash up and remix data as if what we're delivering here is an art rather than an economic benefit for Queensland. So what this project would make is an enrolment portal that combines existing open data available through Data Queensland with data that's currently publicly available on the internet, but not as an open data set. So if you're a parent, you have the right to enrol your child in the most local school, but if you're like most parents, you've actually looked in your local area and said, where are the best schools? And what you'll find is that the best schools actually have an enrolment management plan, which is in effect a waiting list. You have to do this manually yourself. You have to go there, you have to find out whether they have an enrolment management plan, you have to contact them from an information kit, you have to enrol your child on this waiting list for each school and then hope that the school keeps you up to date with any changes. And it's easy to see how some parents will struggle with this. So children from disadvantaged backgrounds can be left at the back of the queue to move to a school that will better cater to their needs. So what we propose is a portal that maps local schools and presents the information about enrolment that you need to make an informed choice for your child. You can then register for updates to changes for enrolment management plans and register for the waiting lists online. And I think a lot of the great value here is as we're doing this, we're not just presenting information, we're not just making it easier for parents, we're also gathering data. By mapping the queries of, I live in this area, show me my local schools, we can actually understand the community's opinion, community loss of faith in a local school. If we see a spike in requests of information about schools that service a particular catchment, there might be a direct problem with that school that we see immediately, not 12 months down the line when enrolments change. And by tracking this data, we can also allow schools to understand community perception of them so that they're able to allocate their resources where the community sees it will be most valuable. And because we're assisting parents at a time when they're actually considering moving their children, which is an expensive and time-consuming process, we're gathering the most honest feedback that you'll ever get. These are people who are giving feedback through their action, through moving their children or considering moving their children. And of course, we can also ask them, why are you registering for updates about this school? Or we can be really bold and ask them, why are you thinking about leaving this particular school? And with that, we can de-identify that data to protect privacy, make it available to the community, and the community can the broader community can understand perceptions of particular schools. Where are the weaknesses of schools? Where are the strengths of schools in an area? We have a third-party opportunity here for you can see that everyone is choosing that school because it has a strong music program. I could start an after-school program at this school. So you have a small business opportunity coming out of this data. And of course, once the framework's in place, we can extend it. We can provide more information for parents. We can automate newsletter mailing lists. We can automate reminders. We can integrate more data so that parents can make better choices, or we can even advertise to a very qualified data set where, for example, we can invite private schools to come in and advertise to people in a particular area. So here we have a case study of a project that could be enabled by Data Queensland that parents will use from the time that they have a child to the time that their eldest child graduates. We're improving equality of access to good schools, and we're improving the resource allocation of other schools so that every school can become a good school. We're assisting capacity planning both for Education Queensland and for private enterprise that can assist with service delivery, and we're allowing schools to spend their time educating students rather than educating students about enrolment management plans. Thank you.